Terra Novo Lyceum and Hello World. I'm your host, Dalva, and for Monday the 17th, never know what day it is, Tuesday the 18th, and Wednesday the 19th of October 2022, we are drawing cards from Denise Lynn's Sacred Destiny Oracle. Okay, we've worked with this deck many times, always get really great messages. Of course, almost goes without saying we're huge Denise Lynn fans here. So, again, this message is for the 17th, 18th, and 19th of October. So, before we get started, let's take a nice deep cleansing breath in. Let it go and let it flow. And I'm going to show you the back of these cards again, because speaking of flow, we have this beautiful ocean scene here on the back. And this deck is really made up of a lot of different landscapes. So part of the reading is what the sacred landscape wants you to know. So this again reinforcing our connection with the earth. Okay, our bodies being part of the earth, our spirits being part of the universe, the celestial realms. Okay. Couple more. This gorgeous artwork. So I took a cue from Kim and have decided to just go ahead and lay the cards out, or have the cards laid out, so we can just jump right into the reading instead of you all having to watch me for 2 or 3 minutes shuffle cards. So thank you, Kim, and I'm sorry I didn't pick up on that sooner. Makes so much more sense. So let's see what we have here today. All right, this is pretty clear. It may be a little edgy, a little uncomfortable, but change doesn't happen when we pretend like. No, let me rephrase that. You don't learn anything by getting it right all the time. Okay, so evolution takes challenge. Evolution, particularly of your spirit, of your mind, of your emotions, takes some sort of change. And I think this is bringing us right into this first card, which is taking risk. And we have this beautiful landscape of these, looks like perhaps the American Southwest. Okay. I'm pretty sure that's a golden eagle. It might be a hawk, but I'm pretty sure it's a golden eagle. In any case, taking risk. We're being asked to step outside our comfort zones. We're being asked to embrace just a little bit of discomfort. Okay, but all this is because we're expanding. We've gotten too big, too evolved for our old lives. And we need to start listening to our inner voices. We need to start acting from that place of inner confidence, of inner security, of inner knowing, and pay less attention to what society wants us to look like, or what society says is appropriate, or what society says is the measure of success, what society says we, should and ought to and need to be and blah, blah, blah doing. Okay? This is about that inner push. So what might taking risks look like? I don't think this means any sort of gambling sort of way. I really feel like this means outside the comfort zone, doing something that you wouldn't normally do, moving, or doing something that you would normally do in a different way is also risky. So instead of doing things the same way you've always done, try it in a different way and see if that works better, or see if it's more efficient, or see if it triggers something, or if you have some sort of catharsis or epiphany. It's almost like a leveling up energy. Like, it's time. The next level might be scary. It might be it's unknowable. That's what makes it scary. Not that there's something bad happening, but because it's unknowable, because you haven't dealt with it before. That's the scare. And we need to get real comfortable with being embarrassed. Okay? It's not that big of a deal to be embarrassed. It's one of those things we avoid at all costs. But really, I think at this point, if we're going to keep leveling up, we need to be challenged. We need to be learning something. We need to know if we don't know something. So embarrassment at this point is the price of admission. Be okay with, and I'm going to air quote this, failure. I don't think anything's a failure unless you don't learn from it. So even if things don't work out the way you want them to, if you've learned something from that, you've still had a success. So getting comfortable with, I guess, falling down, or things not being perfect, or things not looking just so, or getting comfortable with the fact that there may be people in your life or in your circle or in society be like, well, what are you doing? You're not trying to, get a higher salary, or you're not doing all the markers of the outward things that we measure success by. Why are you not doing? Don't listen to them. Don't listen to them. They'll, I don't know what they'll do, but what they do and what they don't do is none of our business, and what we do and don't do is none of theirs. So take the chance. And that brings us to our next card, which I think really embodies Kim. Like I always pull this card, and when I pull this card, I'm like, it's Kim. But adventures. Taking yourself on adventures. So if you're taking risk, that may mean going on an adventure. It may mean having to see new people in new places and have new experiences to open up your understanding, or to level up, or to move forward, or to evolve. Whatever words you like there is as far as, I guess, spiritual development or life development. You need to go on adventures. This requires a little bit of getting out of our comfort zone. It's a little less scary, right, than, I'm holding this wrong. It's a little less scary than the taking risk card, which really means doing something in a new way. This is sort of putting yourself out there, right? But adventures can be fun, too. Like seeing something in a new way, seeing someone in a new way. Kind of looking beyond the appearance of something. I'm getting that too, that looking for depth of meaning, that there's kind of pushing past the ordinary, pushing past the surface, pushing past appearances, and there's something there that can either lead you on an adventure, or you will find this while you're adventuring. But getting out, new experiences, new people, new places, new things. And our third card, and this right here is the spiritual leveling up. It's the spiritual evolution gateway. It almost goes without saying. Again, the veils are thin. The barriers between our three-dimensional world and other dimensional worlds, particularly this time of year, are very, very thin. But I also feel like that's a breakthrough in some way. That's a moving, again, that leveling up. And that's where we're headed. That's where we're headed by taking the risk. That's where we're headed with the, having the adventures and looking at things in new ways. And maybe taking the risk allows us to look at something in a new way, because maybe we've changed. We're looking at it through different eyes. It's that saying that a man can't step in the same river twice, because they're not the same person they were before, and the river's not the same. So I'm getting that vibe. I'm getting that vibe right now, that we're sort of in that space, in that energy, to see beyond and to level up. And leveling up will help us to continue to see beyond. And when you know better, folks, you have to do better. And when you know differently, you're going to live your life in a different way. And that's no bad thing. So this is kind of exciting a little bit. It's a little like, ooh, we're doing stuff. We're having that sort of, and it could be internal shifts. I'm not going to sit here and say, like, your outward life is suddenly going to be, and it might be. I don't know. This could manifest outwardly. But a lot of times when we pull cards like this, that means there's an inner shift. There's a catharsis coming. There's an epiphany coming. There's some sort of knowledge that you're getting ready to download, and your life is going to change because of it. So just kind of keep that energy in mind. Keep that energy in mind. And I think it's next week. It is next week. We have an eclipse. So we are in eclipse season as well, astrologically. So If y'all have any questions, comments, concerns, please come over to the Terra Nouveau. Leave them in the comments. We'd love to have you join us in our community. And I hope everyone is having a good week, and I will talk to y'all again soon. Bye for now.